Welcome. In this session, we are going to understand how to execute select statements over your connection on Node application and how you are going to read multiple data from the rows. To do this, we'll go to our brackets, and within the brackets you can see that we have an SQL statement available here. I'm going to modify this SQL statement and I'm going to write another statement something like this: select star from login. So now in this case, I'm going to get complete information from the SQL statement. So whatever information we have in the database, we are going to get that reflected. So if I execute this query practically on my MySQL instance, we are going to execute select star from login. And once we do that, we get these two rows. And now we are going to get information from these rows. Okay. Now, once we have got this done, so we have got rows. Okay. Either we can log the rows or we can return the rows in form of a model, or else we can process it. So first of all, what we'll do, we are going to specify rows in order to see what all values have been returned back. Now after doing this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute a for each loop and I'm going to read my rows, and from the rows I'm going to get the data. Okay. So to do this, we are going to do something like this: for. I've executed a for loop, and within this, what we'll do, we're going to define a variable, and let's say this variable will take a key. This key could be the index value, okay, in rows. So we are going to get each index from the rows, and for every index, I'm going to read it row by row, okay. So what you can also call it as, row. For each row, in rows, we are going to read row by row. And now what next we can do is, let's say we are going to log it on the console at the moment, console.log. So it will be executed again and again. This console.log will execute it again and again. And now here what we can log is from the row. Once we have got every individual information, or you can also execute it in this way: rows, for every individual row with respect to the index, okay, and you can specify the name which you want to access. Let's say if I want to access ID, we have the following information: ID, username and password. So let's say I'm going to get the ID. I'm going to concatenate that with, let's just do a little concatenations. ID is this, and then we have, after ID we have username will be this, rows of row dot username plus, and the next we'll have password, and that will be rows of row dot password. So now we are going to log the information in this way. So this is the custom way of logging the information. So we have specified all the rows which we will receive, and then finally we are going to execute a for each loop, and we are going to log all the values from the databases. Okay, let's just save it. Use Ctrl S, go to your project, use Ctrl C to stop the project. Now what next we'll do, we are going to start the project, npm start, and once we have started that, now we are going to get access to the logs of the rows first, and then we are going to read the data. Okay, so now you can see that since we only had two rows, so first of all we have got the log information, and within the log we have an array, and within that array we have individual rows, and every individual row has specific columns, and we have got that. In the next section, what we had was, we have got IDs with respect to their username and password. So earlier was a complete row object, and in the third and fourth line, we have the complete data which we have actually fetched from the rows, and we have displayed them out. Okay. So now what we can do is, in case if you want to proceed further, now this is how we can read multiple data which we want. So whatever columns you want to select, you can select your columns and you can display them, okay, using this for each loop. So what generally we can do, After execution of an SQL statement, we can read the rows and we can give these rows to our user interfaces, and at the user interface side we can proceed with the for each loop and it can display the data out on the layout. Is that clear? Now what we'll do, in the next session we are going to understand how we can insert values into a database via JADE layout. Thank you for watching.